Hello everybody, Lucky here, basically bringing you some Dark Souls. I plan to pretty much do a Dark Souls series, playing this game from start to finish, with some lighthearted commentary of course, and not going to be really doing anything very serious as of right now, so... Oh, it won't let me back out, I have to select a name right here right now, I'm under so much pressure. I don't know, let's just do something simple. Yeah. There we go. Class, we'll go with the Pyromancer, my favorite class, because it's so fun to use. Master Key, of course. Let's go for Slim. Face, Far East Traveler, I guess. Hair. I never used a ponytail before. Let's try it to ponytail. Let's make him a samurai. So yeah, I haven't played Dark Souls on a PC for a long while. I basically finished off most of the DLC and then stopped playing it. And I came back to it when I realized, you know what, I love Dark Souls. And when Dark Souls 2 got announced, I decided to start up a series just to kind of like get bearings with how Dark Souls videos work, because they're slightly different because you have to talk about builds and stuff like that and certain aspects of the game that I wouldn't really be used to because I play FPSs and MMOs quite a lot. So you know, there's kind of a bit of a contrast there. So I'm just gonna make a really quick character. I just don't want to make him look silly, like smiling even though he's dead. It doesn't really suit quite a lot. So let's go to custom. I'm obviously using a controller because the mouse and keyboard bindings for Dark Souls for the PC are absolutely terrible. I also use the excuse me, the Dark Souls fix to make all the resolution and textures better, but I had to remove the 60 frames per second lock because that's actually causing some crashes with the new update on Steam, so that's unfortunate. So it's because eyebrow, just make him like angry. So, very stern, yes. Mouth, we could just make him. It's making him happy, so sad. No, it's actually making him smile. What the hell's going on? Yes, he's unhappy now. There we go. All right, well, I think we'll just accept that, to be honest. So we'll get going. I'll also skip the intro and we'll just push on the gameplay. So I was having some fun trying to actually get this game to record. I tried to use MSI Afterburner, and actually MSI just would not recognize that Dark Souls was on my computer. It says that Dark Souls was running, but it just would not record it at all. I tried to use Fraps, but Fraps just eats FPS and running power, so it was just a pain. And yeah, overall it was just a very terrible experience. So I pretty much plan to play this from start to finish, and I just pretty much plan to maybe tackle the DLC as well. I'll obviously cut out some of the farming I'll be doing because it's a bit of a necessity in Dark Souls, for me anyway, just to farm this game. So I plan to upload this game, I'd say once every week with about a half-hour episode. I think will be a decent playtime, about 20 minutes to a half hour. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Why do I always do that? I am experiencing a tad of lag, but that's mostly because I'm using a ATI graphics card, which isn't really the best. I'm not gonna lie. I had an Nvidia, it was broken. I sent it back. I got an ATI, and I'm honestly regretting it. So I might pick up like a 660 or something. So yeah, come on, push on. There he is up there. So we'll just run in and we'll just bypass him. If I chose the black fire bombs at the very start of the game as my gift, I'd be able to kill him instantly, and then I could get his weapon as kind of like a gift for killing him without running away. But honestly, it's not worth wasting a gift slot, and it's not worth wasting my time just to get a weapon I won't be able to wield, and even if I do, it's a very mediocre weapon as well, so there's not really a point. So if I recall here, this is where I get my axe. So yep, hand axe, that's perfect. So yeah, I have my little timer here beside me. I plan to just stick a solid 20 to 30 minute episode for each video. It's going to be pretty long, but with Dark Souls you can't really have a... Oh, I never selected my weapon. There we go. See, it's been a while. There we go. So yeah, I plan to maintain a solid kind of like schedule with these videos, but I don't really want to make something too big or too small, because Dark Souls is quite a big game. So we just got to... up here and hey. So yeah, Dark Souls 2 was announced. That's pretty much my inspiration to yeah, I will take on your quest, my friend. Thank you. Okay. And this the undead. Alright, thank you. problem, bro. Right, so... And he commits suicide. That's great. So... Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. You ruined the start of this recording, you fiend. So yeah, I finished Dark Souls once. But that being said, of course, I only finished it once. But I got like to several. I got to the ending pretty much, but never bothered to actually finish it. So if you know what I mean, I basically ran around the world doing like nonsensical crap, doing all the mini side quest stuff. That pretty much that's all I did. After I finished it once, I didn't really see the point of finishing it again and again. I decided just to stick with the one world and kind of level up. And I was on Xbox and on PC. I think I got to the Duke's Archive, and then I started doing a DLC. I finished the DLC, and oh, the lag is... Yeah, come on. There we go. Yeah. Oh God, I didn't do anything. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I got to the DLC. I finished the DLC. Very good DLC, I may add at that. I was gonna do a review, but I just copped out pretty much. But yeah, the DLC is great, and I hope to get some of it done in this series. But all we can do is wait and see. So let's drop down. Oh no. This is gonna come off as me being a very terrible Dark Souls player, because there's Dark Souls players who like go through an entire run without getting hit once. And by all means, I'm not gonna be one of those guys who can do like an entire run about 20 minutes. To be honest, I don't know why I went as far as to kind of do a run of Dark Souls just on PC. I have it on Xbox, but I don't have the DLC, and it was more of a safer bet, I guess, for Xbox to record it there, because I wouldn't have lag and I wouldn't have any FPS problems and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I'm so not used to Dark Souls. It's been about half a year since I played it. Right. Oh, there we go. Forgive me, audience, for being so terrible at this game. Right, we got the big pilgrim key, so it's time to head off to the Firelink Shrine. I can't believe I remember the name of the shrine. And we got humanity as well. That's perfect. Big pilgrim key. Now, I guess the one big problem with Dark Souls for the PC has to, of course, be the fact that you have to do some fixes yourself to get it looking all nice and sexy. But I guess it's worth it. Overall, it's a solid build, and it has the room for expansion, I guess, which I always do enjoy with certain games like Skyrim. I'm just going to skip all these cutscenes. There's not really a need to do it. And if you know anything about Dark Souls, you know there's not really a big, rich story to tell within the game. If you want a story, you have to go looking for it yourself. So, lore drawn, level... I already got all these achievements before. So I'm actually getting, like... It's actually giving me the achievements I already earned before. That's crazy. Alright, might as well abuse this. 10 Estus flasks. I don't want to talk to him because he is an absolute dick. Going to pick up all these items and get moving. Now, I did not know that if you have the Master Key, you can actually skip the entire depths scene of this game and go straight to the Blighttown section. I was actually very surprised about that. To be fully honest, I honestly didn't know you could. That being me, I always pick the Master Key, and I would always go through the depths and always get like cursed, and then we'd have a big confoodle on our hands. So I think it's pretty much safe to say that I have to grab all these items before I set out, but I'm not going to go near the skeletons just yet, because that would be very, very, very silly to do, as I cannot kill them yet. And that means it's Fat Tubbs over there. I'm not talking to him. I'll kill him later. But yeah, I don't want to really risk, with my lag, going out into the graveyard and trying to get the Zeinhilde, or Zinwilde, or whatever it's called, the giant sword. Even though I never even use it. And there's also the lances, and there's also the the shields and stuff down there, but you can always get the shields and Drake Sword in a bit, so there's not really a point. Morning Star, might as well equip that, so let's equip this. Morning Star, there we go. And we'll also open this chest as well. So we have the cracked red eye orb, which I will not be using for a good while anyway. I guess I could invade right now. I could invade like a level 1 and destroy him. But I think the Lloyd Talisman, we'll use that later to get the Mime Hat. But I think there is a... Oh, Christ. I might as well grab this. I'm probably going to die. Lost him dead soul. No! But yeah, I was watching on YouTube the whole, you know, the run, the run the guy did in like 28 minutes and 11 seconds. Hey, you finished Dark Souls in a time, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, that's fantastic! It's awesome." I was thinking, am I the only one who thinks that this entire run was complete bullcrap? Fair enough, getting to Ornstein and Sma and getting the Lord Vessel, in like 20 minutes or whatever he did it in. I can't remember what he did it in, but the abusing the dashboard tactic just to get to Gwyn was a bit of a... come on. Was a bit of a... You know, a kind of a folly, I guess. It's like, I guess, reaching the max level in World of Warcraft in like a day. But you're abusing like a tactic that gets you like 1,000,000 XP every few seconds, so... If you know what I mean, it's a bit silly. Anyone dwelling a bit too much, so I'm gonna go down to the depths and get the S-Stock and other stuff like the Firekeeper Soul, and then we'll press on, go off to I typically do the Undead Parish first, so I think I'll do that again. I got a bit of gas in my chest, because I typically don't want to go after Blighttown just yet until I have, say, the Drake Sword or the Ayato or the or any decent armor, as for that matter. I can't remember what I use in the in Blighttown as my armor. I always use the Drake Sword and something else. But typically after I get the 2 bells rang, I head off and do Anna Rolando. But in that armor, I typically use the Crimson when you get down in the depths that has like huge armor resistance and, well, not armor resistance, but damage resistance and other stuff. Actually, don't need to talk to him. It has stuff like that, so actually I'm going to equip the Homeward Bone. That's already equipped, so I'm just going to unequip all this stuff, so I can warp back to the Fire Link without having to worry about the ghosts, because if you know Dark Souls, you'll know the ghosts are one of the worst parts of this game. Well, this section anyway. The funny thing is, if I really wanted to, I could actually fight the 4 kings right now. Actually, no, I couldn't. I had to kill Sif to get the Covenant of Artorias, so yay. Anything for me? Yeah, he drops Transient Curse. Yeah, there we go. You see, all of this information is still in my head, but I'm just still shit at this game. Right, I got the S-Stock, which is going to be a bit useless for me right now. There's no point using the S-Stock as of right now, just until I get this, obviously the stats to wield it, as well as the ability to turn it into a lightning or a fire S-Stock. Preferably lightning. I think the lightning's the hardest ones to counter with your armor, unless you have Ornstein's armor, which has high lightning resistance. I'm just babbling pretty much more than anything else, so I just want to be entertaining, but I'm just running my mouth. Don't fail me now, don't fail me now. Yes! You won't believe the amount of times I've actually done that, and then the ghost hit me out of it and they murder me. Right, so I'm just gonna level up because I just want to get this XP. So I'm gonna get Vitality, Endurance. I never do Resistance, Intelligence, or Faith, but I will have to want to wield Artorias' sword later on in the game. I have my other character, my level. I think he's 127 on this PC. But I honestly don't think it's worth it just to pick off from there, because I've already killed majority of the bosses, and I've already done majority of the stuff there is to do in the game, other than killing the 4 great lords. I haven't even killed on that account Seath, Nido, the Witch of Izalith, or actually, to be fully honest, I got to the 4 kings. I've never had a problem with the 4 kings on Xbox ever. I killed them my first go, and then on New Game Plus, I killed them again on my first go, and I cannot kill them on PC. It's just impossible for me. I'm just gonna leave that. God damn, I hate that move, especially in the painted world, because it does like half your HP of damage. It's crazy. Nothing let me do in the backstab. Oh well. All the guys are up there with their fire alarm, so I'm just gonna take care of them first. What was I saying? Oh yeah, there's no point getting that thing across the bridge just yet, because all it is a Tearstorm ring I can't remember the name, but it's a ring that allows you to basically not lose your items when you die. And it's not worth risking jumping over a bridge, grabbing it and jumping back with lag, so I didn't really see the point, so I'm just going to grab here and press on. Hopefully by this video's end, we can basically kill the Taurus Demon and set up the circuit so I can head up to the Undead Parish. I think that'll be a safe end for this video, and then the video after that we'll head and start doing the what's it called again? The Bell Gargoyles? Gargoyles. So yeah, I'll just grab all these items around here as well, and then we'll continue on. My build pretty much, if in case anyone's interested, for the most part, on Xbox it ran kind of like, I know this is odd to say, a samurai build. It was like a high dexterity, high damage, high vitality, so it had huge amounts of stamina, so it could keep attacking someone's shield and cause bleeding through it. And it also had reinforced light, the Eastern armor, the samurai armor pretty much, and I had like the Ayato and the other one, I can't remember the name of the other katana, Uchi Katana, that's it. Basically had them, and I would often either dual wield them, use parry, oh, you're naughty. Use a parry build, so I could always parry, then cause like bleeding when I used a crit hit, and I'd obviously use like the Hornet Ring and stuff like that. Just, you know, just kind of builds that was mostly DPS more than like endurance or periodics. But obviously periodics became a big part of a bleeding build. So I'm just gonna. Whoa! I knew I was gonna die there. It's very lucky. But yeah, it never really came across in any videos unless you're paying really big attention how big of a Dark Souls fan I am. I'm pretty big. I'm not as big as, say, Epic Name Bro, who's crazy about this game. But I have a fair following of the game. You know, I know the lore. I have a fair idea what's going on at the time, the timeline, stuff like that, pretty much. And obviously I know the characters and stuff like that. So it's not a big deal, but you know, it's a game it has basically etched itself into my gamer heart, because to be fully honest, I saw two best friends play Dark Souls, and I realized I had this game ages ago, and I sold it, and I never really got into it. I basically got to this part, and I thought, this game isn't really for me. Bought it for about €20, and best purchase I've ever made. Well, I won't go that far, but it's one of the best purchases I've ever made. Again, I'm not really one to kind of repurchase games, but this obviously was one of the big works of my life. No, I'm just going to be very careful here, because I don't want the dragon to flip and step on me, because that happened to me in my first ever playthrough. The dragon stepped on me, and I cried. I want to start using them as well once I get up to the top bonfire. I like to use them, the small ones, in the lower levels, so they actually count for something, and then use the big ones when I get to like level 80. There we go. Oh, dragon. Right, so we just gotta. I'm gonna avoid the spear guys to the right. I don't want to tangle with them just yet. I'm gonna grab the new shield. Well, not the new shield, but well, yeah, new shield, I guess. A better shield than this, anyway. So, why am I not using my pyromancer fire? Actually, I'm gonna run past, light the bonfire, equip all my gear, and start again. Now, what's unfortunate is these guys are probably going to run in now. Oh, immunity. Right, I think I can level up one, so I'm going to go for vitality again. I think it's the best to use my my low level XP requirements just to get my health up, and then start building strength and vitality. Because to be honest, Drake Sword will last me until Anor Londo, and it doesn't require that many stats to wield. So if I can just get health up and then start building my sets towards the Drake Sword, it will make a lot more sense. So I forgot to quit my Pyromancy Flame. You see, the one problem playing with lag is the animations delay very slightly, so it looks like he's done attacking and he does a backhand and it hurts. So the S-Stock is 75, but I won't be able to wield it, I don't think so. I'll actually check. Yes, toggle status. Toggle display, that's what I want. No, I don't have enough strength or dexterity. I think that's the stat. I need 12 dex. So, oh god, I accidentally swapped target. That was dirty. So we're only 20 minutes into a video. That's not too bad. So I guess if you enjoy long videos, this series will pretty much be for you. If you don't like big videos, I guess you'll have to basically either endure or just like click off. Dark Souls as a game, just for entertainment purposes, at the very start is extremely boring because being somewhat experienced of a player, even though like self-praise is no praise, the boss fights are going to go relatively good. So there's not going to be me getting my ass destroyed. And you're not going to be like going absolutely crazy wanting me to die. So yeah, there we go. I think we'll finish this video as basically on the Taurus Demon. I'm going to leave the bow and stuff like that just for now, and I'm just going to press on as quickly as possible to get to the Taurus Demon. I should really kindle my fires as well. I'll do that in the next episode, so there's not really need to do that right now. Basically, the big thing I like to do... Oh, he did a homing attack. Oh. Between this episode and episode 2, I'll basically work on the lag. It might just be drivers or something. ATI don't really have the most stable of, I should say, reputation. Or even... oh, that was full on behind. That should have been a backstep. That was disappointing. But yeah, ATI graphics cards don't typically have the best... functionality with most games. For example, Star Wars: The Old Republic, apparently I should be hitting a good few decent frames of like 60 or 80 or something like that on a graphics card that's somewhat in the same quality or build as my own. However, I'm only hitting like 30 or 40 or something, even though I have like 8 gigs of RAM and a quad core i5, so it shouldn't really be a problem. But you know, I'm not really complaining, to be honest. It's lasted me until now, and certain games may, especially from THQ, like Saints Row the Third and what's the other game? Metro 2033. They run very well. I think they were just basically made for AMD graphics cards, because I hit like 100 frames per second on those, so I'm pretty happy. I'm just gonna get this chest, and we'll press on. Sorry if I'm being very dull in what I'm talking about. It's just, you know, just how I am, just how I entertain people. I'm very terrible at doing it. Also, I do want to apologize if on your half you're seeing quite a lot of lag. Even the quality of the video probably is terrible, and I don't know until I finish. But I'll upload it regardless, and we'll see what kind of response it gets. Hadouken! I just wanted to kind of dull out the... Ah! Touche! He had one himself. But yeah, I was gonna say, once I finish the video, upload it, I'll get like a small response from people and see how the quality is, if it's decent. If it really is a problem and I can't get it to work, I will kind of reboot the entire series and go again from an Xbox version. Because to be fully honest, people don't really come to see the whole Dark Souls fix, if you know what I mean. The 1080p patch that was fan made that I'm using right now. I don't think a lot of people come to see Dark Souls videos expecting to see that fix. So they just come to see Dark Souls. So the fix itself is really good. I really enjoy it, even though the fix apparently is very bad on AMD graphics cards, and that's what I'm using. And apparently Dark Souls itself doesn't work on AMD graphics cards. So to be perfectly honest, touche, Steve. I forgot you were up there. It's been too long. I'm gonna kill you. Bitch. Now, these guys are probably going to come up, so I can either go for it. No, I'm not going to bother going for a drop down attack. That's one down. If I recall, there's two more, and then I can skip past the. Actually, can I skip past this room? Yeah, I'm just gonna boulder past. I'm not gonna bother going after the Dark Knight just right now. Dark Knight, Black Knight, Jesus. I always call them Dark Knights. Activate, damn it. Whoa. As for Havel, if you don't know who Havel is, he's basically a mini boss. He doesn't even have like a proper boss HP bar, as you'll see in a few seconds. Well, you'll see in a while. What I mean is you'll see a HP bar for a boss in a few seconds. I'm not really gonna fight Havel just yet. I may fight him after Blighttown, or maybe actually might fight him before Blighttown and try and skill it up. But I may try and kill him off camera, so I don't have to deal with lag, because he is an insta-kill boss. He will kill me in one hit with my current build, so it is going to be a pain to even try and kill him with a mace and a very shitty shield. Like, the shields are redundant pretty much in that fight, so you might as well dual wield throughout most of it. Right, so that's that. Right, it's him down. If I got the ring, the whatever it's called, the ring that basically allows me to keep my souls when I die. There's a way of dropping down. There we go. I should have equipped it right now, but I didn't want to risk dying on that bridge, and that being my first death. So there he is. Head off. Possibly my least favorite Dark Souls song. It just is. I just don't like it. But yeah, I think it's going pretty well this gameplay. So, whoa, it's gonna take a good few of those to get him down. So, oh no, I'm caught in his dick. Oh snap! Crackle and pop. I'm gonna have to really blaze away from this guy. I'm gonna die. Perfect. Right, I need to get up this ladder ASAP, because if this guy gets me, I'm done. Dead. Oh no, god damn it. Good job, Pyromancer man. That was near unlucky. That happened a few times where I'd get hit and I'd fall off. Let's heal up and we'll go again. So yeah, like I said, I do apologize for being epically shit at Dark Souls. But we all can't be an epic name, bro. And hopefully my Dark Souls boots will get filled once again by what I once was. The warrior I once was and will continue to be. Right, so I'm just going to blaze off. Hold up to get my stamina back and run back. I'm basically pussing it out just by using the drop down tactic. A lot of people will obviously use the head to head tactic where they just go up and fight him purely. Whoa, that was way too close. That nicked my shoulder bone. I think he has about 3 of these drop downs, so I'm going to try and use it with 2 hands. Oh, that did a lot more. Yep. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. I thought it'd be over if I did it. If you guys have any requests of what you want to see or want to see me do, any challenges, stuff like that, let me know, because I was planning on doing the Legend of Zelda challenge, which was you have to wear a certain armor set, use a certain sword and shield, you can't do certain things, that kind of thing. You have to basically be like Link. I was gonna say Luke. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, Zelda fans would just puke on me right now. The reason I said Luke is because I was doing programming all day and my programmer is called Luke, so I basically have my lecturer's minds on my head. Names on my head, Jesus. My mind is just going fidazzily crazy. There we go. If he doesn't die, I swear to God. Oh no, he's dead. He's done for. Alright, so victory is achieved. I guess we'll head down, we'll rest at the bonfire, and we'll chill. So we have our homeward bone, that's perfect. I just want to open a circuit. Maybe talk to Solaire before we head off. What's this say? Praise the sun. Coolie. But yeah, now to redeem myself from that horrifically stupid word tie tongue fijazzle. There was a challenge I read up on called the Legend of Zelda challenge, where you have to use like leather armor, a certain sword, a certain shield, certain hats, stuff like that, and you had to pretend to be Link. You couldn't use any of the cool armors or stuff like that. You had to basically endure. So what's up? Yes, bro. Coolly. Thank you, dude. In a strange land, yes, I'm aware. Cheers. Oh yes, the dragon will more than likely kill me now. It typically does. I think I have fire resistance with this armor build. I'm not entirely sure. This is locked. I need to get the base. Yeah, the master key does not work here. I learned from experience. I think it's happened way too many times where I would die here, or I would say... Right, it's going to be a hectic moment to try and get here. It would happen way too many times where I would walk in, because he wasn't there. I would die. Or I would just expect to survive, and I'd die. So, it's going to rush up. There we go. Perfect and flawless. Flawless victory. Now, I'm just going to head down here, kick this ladder. Funny thing is, my uncle, when he was playing this game, did not realize this ladder could be kicked and you could use this as a shortcut. That was a hilarious moment that day. And there we go. And we are done. So I'm just going to level up quickly. Ooh, I'll put my dexterity up. Put my endurance and vitality up. Actually, I might put my strength up. Yep, I'll take one off. No, actually, that seems fine. Reinforcement, perfect. So that seems to be it for our, let's see how long it's been. It's been a 32-minute long video of Dark Souls. I do apologize for my tongue-tiedness and my, yeah, it's just I suffer from bad tongue-tying, so I'm sorry about that. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was entertaining, and I hope the quality wasn't too bad to make you like stab yourself in the eyes. If you want more Dark Souls, tune in I think I'll upload this every Saturday, so you have something to look forward to. So every Saturday, just tune in for half-hour Dark Souls. Enjoy it. If you have any requests or things you'd like to see, or any boss you want to see me fight as of right now, or any raids you want me to take, or you just want me to talk about a certain subject, let me know in the comments or on Twitter, and I'll basically do that for you, because I don't really have a topic to talk about right now. Maybe talk about Dark Souls 2 next episode in the Undead Parish. So regardless, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, good luck, and see you soon.